Hey folks, Kathy here with Living Miracle Homestead. Well, I am over ecstatic about my new decisions that I've made. I am really going to make some changes around here. Y'all know I have my bees right over there. And I want to be able to make this an area where my family can sit and talk and everything. And because of what happened to David with the anaphylactic shock, I started thinking, my bees are not in the very best place in case they ever got upset and angry again. I don't want them to come after anybody that's on the porch here enjoying their afternoon or morning or whatever. I'd like to be able to bring the kids out here and eat and play and talk and stuff like that and not have to worry about the bees. I wasn't thinking about any of that whenever I put the bees over here. So, mulling around this in my head for weeks, well, not for weeks, for a week now, of David, after David got harmed and I almost lost him. It scared the ever-living bejeebies out of me. I decided I was going to make some changes and I was going to move the bees over in that part of the yard. Well, I was frustrated about the fact that I would be in the garden gardening and the bees could attack me too. And it just dawned on me all of a sudden, what if I did this? What if I changed, and I'll show you, what if I changed all of this right here into a massive garden? All of this. I'm going to cut that way back anyways, and I'm going to keep it lower so that it won't shade out my garden. But I'm going next season, as soon as this season's over with, I'm going to move all this out, clean it up. But because the bees need to be moved, I am going to move the bees. And I don't want to lose all these roselles either. Just got to say. Look at all those beautiful roselles. I've got to dig them up and put them in pots. Isn't Chester gotten big? Boy, he's a handful too. Anyways. And this is something else too. I am going to close off that section with the cattle panels before I do that because I don't want the dogs back in the back. Because I made some changes over in the pet area too. So, no sir, you're not allowed back here and you know that. Going into the garden, I brought my empty hive over here, but I am going to literally take all of this out. I may put something down on the end to grow, which would be all right, but I'm going to take all of this out and move it over there. It'll be so much easier to move my stuff. And I'm going to put the hives across here, back there, facing west, and they will get plenty of sunshine. They'll be much happier over here and they won't bother anybody. Because of the fencing there, they won't bother the neighbors. Everything's growing really beautiful right now. And I could leave this over here for collards and stuff like that, because all I do is come in and get them. And I am going to do this now for these beds. I am going to make these all herbs. Now, I'm going to have to do something because you see the herbs that I bought? This was thyme it's so hot here that it just eat it up. So I may put a canopy up here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that to be able to keep the herbs, because herbs don't need full sun. So even my comfrey is burnt up, and you see how dry it is, and I water every single day now. In fact, I got to turn the water on now. But so I'm going to change all of these to flowers and herbs for the bees, and I'm going to do that now in this growing season too. And I'm going to have it dense so that they can come in and forage, and they will be happy because they will know these flowers already. So I need to do more research and find out what's the best herbs for my bees, and see what I can do to help them out. Now, yesterday I tore apart the old thingy here, and honestly, I was going to make a thing there for the baby chicks, but I don't know if I don't think I am. I really don't think I am, because I like the fact that this is open more, and I may do something back in here. I haven't really made up my mind yet. I've got to think more of it, and I've got to get rid of all this old wood and take it to the road. But this I was going to redo this and make this a little area for the baby chicks, but I can't make up my mind now that I've got it down. And I like, because I'm gonna tell you, these bananas keep going that way, so when I definitely need to remove this banana, and I'm gonna have to see if David can help me with that. I've got to dig that banana up because I am not going to allow them to go any further. They need to stay back there. In fact, I may even put that in a pot. I'm not sure. If I were going to have bananas growing anywhere else in the yard, it would be out front. You may wonder, why would you do that? Because bananas, fortunately, all my babies all happy down here. Bananas, very fortunate with bananas. I think that one is dead. The freeze got that one, I believe. I don't know if it's gonna make it or not. Anyways, with bananas, I harvest them while they are green. So I don't believe that I will have any issues with people stealing them like I do my other fruits. So I may just move them up front. And I have to say, I got my first papaya off of my papaya tree over here. And it was delicious. Usually, I don't know, maybe it's the time of the year, but usually I have issues with something boring into them. See, yeah, because this one has been bored into. Normally it's worse than this. I would give this to the chickens, but I'll cut that out and bring that in the house and cut that out, and I'll eat the rest of this because there is good to it too. But they've bored and left their worms in there, And I won't eat it if there's worms throughout it, but I will check that out. This one's kind of deformed. Look at that. Isn't that funny looking? I don't know why it deformed up like that. That's a weird looking thing. Must have been two of them melted together. I see that sometime on tomatoes and stuff. Certain types of tomatoes. I'm really discouraged with this peach tree. It had blooms on it again, and now nothing. So, I don't know what's going on. The grapevine is growing beautifully. I'm very happy about this. And check this out. I'm getting leaves all over the other one. So it will fill out. Looking good. I've got to weed this. Y'all know I got a lot of weeding to do. But how do I worry about weeding when I've got these little girls just having fun and eating and taking pollen and nectar and everything? They do such a wonderful job with all the plants. And check this out. Let me see if I can pull it in. Look at all those beautiful miracle fruit in the top of that plant. I'm gonna have to come over from this side and look at it too again, instead of just on the other side. Too funny, huh? I'll be gathering them up because y'all know I love them. I better put him into his house before I go out the back door, or else out the back gate, or else he'll be trying to follow me. Okay, so you know how I feel about being secluded. I like my space not being shown a lot. I'm thinking putting some right in here. This is pretty much the line, I think, right here. And I'm thinking about putting those, some of those bananas right here. And isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just absolutely love it. All those beautiful mangoes. I can keep the birds from tearing them up and knocking them off, and the squirrels. Look at them all on the floor. And all the Suriname cherries on the floor too. Drives me crazy. All these beautiful little green fruit. Ugh. It's aggravating. But anyways, I think I could put some right here also. Right near the coconut that I planted. That's looking, I don't know why the leaves are like that. Could be from the cold, come to think about it. I definitely need to cut this back and grind up the leaves and such. So, all that work I did with that second bed. I know y'all probably want to know what I'm going to do with that bed, since I'm going to move it. Hopefully by then I can have somebody help David, because I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm just not capable, and maybe even David can't do it. I'm going to make this, because I'm telling you, if I had a degrees thing, right here is so much cooler, and I think a beautiful bed here of lettuce would be perfect. So I'm going to definitely put something out there and just see if it works. And I want to get this gate fixed so that I can get in and out on this side too. And look at all them beautiful leaves. I've got a lot of leaves to pull up. That looks like the lily that my grandmother gave me. That's always been over there. I wonder how it got moved over here. I have to put something around that so it doesn't get messed up. That's a weed. That's definitely a weed. But that right there is one of those beautiful, I think they're called spider lilies or something. I don't know. And my 4 o'clocks are coming back. But it was in with the 4 o'clock, so I don't know. I need to rake up those leaves. So, I have lots of work to do, and very, very thankful that I have the time to work on this stuff. Now, today, I'm taking the day off. Kind of just hanging around and piddling around here and piddling around there. Is that one ready? Nope, not yet. I'll tell you, you know how normally strawberries are a little tart anyway? Well, these are super, super tart. And I'm very surprised at how tart they are. Now, you will probably wondering, why are they in bags like this? Well, I missed out on 2 absolutely beautiful fruit because the birds got a hold of them, or the squirrels or something, and bit them. And I was so mad I couldn't see straight. And my beautiful orchid, I can't pass that up without showing you how beautiful she is. Oh, I just absolutely love this orchid. Now, I seen something. Y'all know I always see stuff. But I seen something where a fella took these nodes, cut this off. Once this is done, cut this off and use them to root new orchids. I've got to see if I can get some sphagnum moss. I had some, but I believe we're totally out of it now. So, anyways, I don't know. One thing at a time, right? My cabbages look like they're bolting. They're so spindly. They might do something, but I don't know. I'd be surprised if they do. This little guy's coming back. And this guy is one of my grandmother's plants. Some of you guys may have heard me say this, so if you heard me say this before, please forgive me for repeating myself, but not everybody's heard it. When my grandmother was alive, she gave me this. She called it her pregnant onions. See, it has a little ball. Sorry. And these balls will get bigger and separate. I need to put some dirt in there for it. They'll get bigger and separate, and it will have a massive ball, and that ball, even it does it sometimes with the little ones. And I might have one over here that's doing it. This is another one. Let's see if it's got any in here that's doing it. Now, I have to cut this out because this right here is of a asparagus fern, and I don't want that in there. Didn't know it was in there. Yeah, this one might do it soon, because see, there's two little shoots coming out of there. That means they're two bulbs together, and it'll get bigger and split. So I've got to get this out of there. Hang on. Okay, pulling this apart, it also uncovered. This is what I'm talking about. It uncovered. These two were one plant, and now it's become two. Okay, so you see this nasty booger. I'm telling you, they've got thorns. Let's see if I can show you the thorns. You see them thorns? They will poke you and they will hurt. I'm telling you right now, they will hurt. See, it's right beside my thumb there. It's hard to get it focused in. So anyways, I try to get rid of them whenever I find them where I don't want them. And it's got blooms. See the pretty blooms? Maybe I'll put it in a pot, give it to somebody. Anyways, and there's another one of my grandma's bulbs over there. So, that being said, they are so gorgeous, and they're so, I love these little spindly vines, lacy vines. They're so cool. I'm weird about some things. I really love all these really neat, frilly things. And the story behind this was, I've got to get this wicked tree out of there. I say wicked, that's my favorite. Mango! Yep, a mango got seeded in there. See, there's some down in here. You don't put these underground. Those just keep getting buried up. But anyways, so my grandmother had never known, I don't believe she ever knew, that they bloomed. So all of a sudden, if I remember correctly, it was the day before her funeral or the day of her funeral. I was looking at it and just remembering her and praying for everybody in the family and all that stuff. And I looked down and there was little baby blooms all over it. And I was like, oh my goodness. I don't think Grandma ever knew that it bloomed. So I'm going to take this around back and I'm going to put that this beautiful thing on it and use it as a cutting board. I'm excited about that. Gotta figure out how to attach it though. But so many things are coming up. Check this out. I think these are gladdies or some type of lily. See, there's more of this asparagus fern. I hate it. I can't believe I ever brought that plant here. It was in a pot that my mother-in-law had, and it's everywhere. Now I have to show you another. Oh, they're all gone. This plant here, I showed it a couple weeks ago, was all pretty in bloom. But this is some offspring of it. That is the same, I believe the same bulbs. This is a new pot that I removed and put some bulbs in. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? We got them from David's grandparents back in, I believe it was 1986 or 87. Let's see. I believe it was in 86. Come to think about it. So I'm going to leave the leaves in here for the pineapples. I think that's wonderful, but I am going to pull out this mess of stuff and cut this massive, beautiful rose bush back. I'm going to do that in just a little bit, and that way I'll get better vision with my ring camera. And so anyways, I've rambled on, and I'll show you more another day. I just wanted to talk and walk and let you see some stuff. Yep, I got tons and tons of stuff to do, but now I got a little bit of time to do it. I got another orchid fixing to bloom here. I'll show you guys that in a few days when it opens up. I need to get my orchids back up in the trees like that one, and maybe bring more of my stands around here and put them underneath here around the table. I want to bring the table over here and clear this stuff out, bring it closer to this way, and clear that out and make that a sitting area. I'm going to have to put some stones down or something. I'm going to have to put something down on the ground, maybe pour concrete, but I don't want to do that because of the mango tree. So I won't be doing concrete, but I've got to do something because when you sit in the chairs, you sink. And while that's good for aeration, sometimes it's really not good for us. We can get hurt. So don't forget, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time here on Living Miracle Homestead. Bye now.